Don't blink, it's you blink. Welcome to Welcome to another show. We're doing well on the 6th November 2024. I think it's a very special day. It's a very, very, very special day because we're starting a new playlist. And the way this works. Okay, so first of all, I promised you guys some different content for winter, and I'm gonna give you guys content. This is one of the videos, a very special video that I'm gonna do in French and in English because I have to. So very short speaking. I'm a kind of guy, right? That takes small details in life. I think it's ADHD, honestly, but I tend to find out small details. So lately, my mom, she has a contact in a very good company, and hopefully I'm gonna get a job in that very good company, which is Costco. It's a really, really, really good company. Because I did work there, and it doesn't look like it, but long term, this is an incredible company to work at. And I was looking for audio content. Now, I realize, and I'm being completely transparent, I should not say this, but I said I was completely addicted to making content. So what I would do is I would listen to podcasts. I would take notes. So every couple minutes, I would take notes about something. I would write notes. And was I really there for work? No. I was there thinking about podcasts. But it did push me in a direction where if I don't think that was nice of me to do. I don't think this was team spirit to do that. And I think that at Costco, the PCT, they were strict, but I was also there for 7 years. So I was like family, and they knew the company was closing, so they were more lenient with me doing that. Costco, if I don't want to do that. However, I'm in a very, very, very special video, and a very special occasion. When I'm streaming, when I'm working, whatever I'm doing, I always have something in my ears. Maybe it's music, like for example, right now it's Monster. I don't know if you can hear it. I hope you can. For sure you can. But right now we have this music. It's more loud than I thought, so possibly not the best of thing to do. But yeah, so I have to have something. So I know that if I do podcasts, right, that's not gonna work. Now, ultimately speaking, when I started PCT job, I was listening to audiobook, and it worked until people were like, "Yo, we like you. You're part of the group. Include yourself." Like, okay, well, I cannot listen to audiobook. The problem. I'm gonna be completely fucking honest. Listen, I don't want anybody to complain. If you're not agreeing, that's okay. But this is my opinion. The problem with audiobook is if you miss a part. So, for example, I got ADHD, as you can clearly tell. If I'm listening to something, right, and holy shit, I have to check out the phone. I'm gonna give you guys the. I have to give a shout out to somebody. We'll give a shout out to him. But long story short, right, audiobook, I would lose a part of the book. I would lose a couple minutes, but then I was completely lost to the story, and I was like, dude, I'm listening to this book for 40 hours. Fuck is that? Is this? You can hear it. This is because it's connected. So long story short, I didn't want to listen to a audiobook and just comprehend a little bit of it. So I stopped that. And the reason why we did that is, weirdly speaking, I'm incredibly lazy in life. I'm extremely lazy. If it's not something that I want to do, I'll push it over. If it's not something that I have to do, I'll push it over. And when I make content, I'm very passionate by that. So of course I go fast, but still. And as a kid, so the whole point of that is we're kind of getting into book talk. We're kind of not necessarily getting into book talk, but this is the point of this video. So long story short, it's a book talk video. If you don't care about books, sorry to say. But yeah, so as a kid, I used to read a lot. Now, the reason why we read a lot is because I had no imagination as a kid, next to none imagination. So being put into this world of fantasy, I was like, okay, well, I cannot imagine, but they're describing it pretty well, so I can kind of understand how it's going. And I used to love reading. I used to fucking love reading. Right now, next to me, we have the very first series that I read, which is Us That Are Gone. You can see it's in French, right? It's a 12-part book, 12-part series, and look at this. It is so fucking cool. This is the very first series that I read. Where am I going with this? It's super simple. And I know you guys are like, bro, this is so hard to follow. Is it though? So Costco being less busy, not me wanting to take notes, is going to be me listening to audiobook. Me listening to audiobook is going to be with the book talk. But I do not want to do only audiobook. I want to be reading with you guys. And I think for a first thing, this is pretty good. This is a book that's at least it was released in I don't know when it was released. Oh, I wish I knew. Okay, so you see the second book. The second book was released in 2003. Holy shit, that dude was prolific. Holy shit, that book was very, very prolific. That book was written in 203, 203, 203, 203. So he wrote the first four. He wrote the second, from 203 to, we're gonna take the last one. But long story short, this was the first book that I ultimately read. And what was really cool about it, it is an old book. It's very old. Like 2003, I was 10 years old. Yeah, I was 10 years old. So, La Clé de Bras, Malédiction, La Clé, Le Masque de l'Éther. Oh, it's manga. That is kind of cool. Anywho, it doesn't matter. 2006. So I started reading it in 2003, possibly finished it in 2006, which means I've read it from 10 to 13. I am 31 right now. So I haven't read this. And that's the sad part. The sad part is, I'm not going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this in another video. But I've only read it once. No matter how good it is, there's a reason I will explain there. But the reality is, I miss reading. And the reality is, reading takes a lot of time. And I never, I prefer movie, prefer video game, but now that I'm more mature, I kind of like something that's calmer, you know? So maybe reading. So the book talk, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to be able to listen to audiobook at work, secretly. Of course. Don't tell it. Don't say it, okay? And what I'm going to do is, I also want to read, because I was looking for something in the winter to do. There's going to be a complete reason. You know what? This is the video that I'm going to do it. While we're reading. Like I said, we always had this problem with diction, right? And because we always had this problem with diction, I'm thinking that reading a book could be serving a purpose of read together, could be serving a purpose of maintaining this media that is now 18 years old, alive. And when I say 18, you know how much you know how crazy I'm not. 2003, we're 2024, so that was 21 years ago. Schnitzel. Yeah, that's 21 years. Holy shit. Keep this alive. Why not? Anywho, long enough video. I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.